welcome along to AFTV Transfer Daily, the show that keeps you up to date with players that have been linked with a January transfer move to Arsenal. It is transfer deadline day. This is the final day of the transfer window. After today, that's it. No more business until the summer transfer window opens. The last day for Arsenal to do any business. Can Arsenal pull off a madness on the last day of the transfer window? It hasn't been a great window so far. Been waking up every morning, doing loads of research, being linked to this player, that player, and nothing has happened. I even noticed yesterday, I don't know if you guys saw it, Bruno Guimaraes being announced at Newcastle as their new midfielder. They're literally mocking us, Newcastle, by the way. I shouldn't even say that no more because they are a billionaire, multi-billionaire club now. But if you see their introduction to Bruno Guimaraes, they got like a newspaper thing, him being linked to Arsenal here and linked to Arsenal there, and he ends up at Newcastle. That has been the tone of this month. Arsenal being linked with big players. We know that they were pursuing Dusan Vlahovic, and that would have been brilliant if they'd have pulled it off, but they didn't pull it off. And now, so far, no signings. Plenty of players have gone out. Calum Chambers, as we know, has gone to Aston Villa. Balogun's gone on loan to Middlesbrough. Pablo Mari has gone on loan to Udinese. Ainsley Maitland-Niles went on loan to Roma right at the start of the transfer window. And also, of course, Sead Kolasinac cancelled his deal at Arsenal. So lots of players have gone out, haven't really got no fee in, but nobody has come in yet. And it looks like today that trend is kind of going to continue as regarding outgoing players. One of the biggest stories of the transfer window will be answered today, and that is all about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, who, remember, we bought in a January transfer window, and he was brilliant when he first came in for us, but fell out with a manager early December and has not figured and be anywhere near the team since. Arsenal looking to offload him. Juventus and Barcelona are interested, but it looks like the main runners for it now are Barcelona. Aubameyang said to even be prepared to lower his wages in order to go there. There's been a lot of talk that to enable this deal to be done, Barcelona need to get rid of Ousmane Dembele, who they're trying to move on. He's a free agent in the summer. But at the moment, Dembele hasn't been able to secure a deal away. He's been linked with moves to PSG and various other clubs. But at the moment, he's still a Barcelona player. What is going to happen with this? It looks to me likely that Aubameyang will leave today to go to Barcelona on loan, but it's not a definite yet. There could be still things that could complicate that deal. And as I've said a few times on this show, this is a big gamble for Mikel Arteta. Remember, it'll be on loan, so he won't be gone permanently. They're still going to have to find some sort of solution to Aubameyang in the summer. But what if he goes to Barcelona and starts scoring lots and lots of goals, and then we're left with no striker here at Arsenal, and we say, for instance, fail to get into Europe? That would be horrendous for Mikel Arteta. This is a big gamble. So let's see how this one turns out. But this could be the big story of the day, and that's all about Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. What about Eddie Nketiah? Will he still be an Arsenal player at the end of the day? Linked with moves away. There was a lot of talk around yesterday that Arsenal turned down another bid for Crystal Palace to buy Eddie Nketiah. This, again, is another strange one. He walks away in the summer for free. Now, is he signing a new deal to stay at Arsenal, or should Arsenal cash in on him right now? Certainly, if they can't get a striker in, it seems unlikely that Eddie Nketiah will move this January transfer window because we're going to be so light of strikers. As it stands, the only strikers we have are Eddie Nketiah and, Alexander Lacazette. So could they afford to let him go if they don't sign somebody else? Again, it's going to be one that we're going to have to keep our eyes on today. There's been many other clubs as well. Newcastle said to be interested in him as well. But will Eddie Nketiah still be an Arsenal player by the end of today? Again, something we're going to have to keep an eye on. Now, we need a striker. We are desperate for a striker after the Vlahovic deal not happening. Can Arsenal pull off the deal for Alexander Isak? How much will it cost? Forget the reported fee there. He's said to have a release clause of £75 million. There's been other figures bandied around, like, you know, would Sociedad take, say, for instance, a 50 million for him or a 60 million? And then the problem is, in trying to pull this one off on the last day, is that Sociedad are going to want a replacement for their top player. Only scored 4 goals this season, by the way. He's not been prolific at all. But remember, the season before, we had a brilliant link-up we had previously with Odegaard, and it would represent a good signing and would at least represent hope up front. But a very difficult deal to pull off in the January transfer window. The player has said to me, not really interested in moving. Sociedad, not really interested in selling, but money can change things. This is one that, I don't know, maybe on deadline day we could pull off. Gonna have to wait and see. With all of these targets today, will Arsenal move for Alvaro Morata? Surplus to requirements now at Juventus. He is, in fact, again, this is complicated because he is, in fact, on loan from Atletico Madrid. There were rumours linking him with a move to Barcelona, but come on, Atletico Madrid are not going to strengthen Barcelona. There's been talk that Arsenal have already been in contact with Morata about a possible move. Fans that I've spoken to have not been overjoyed about this one. They remember his time at Chelsea. He can be a very frustrating striker who can miss a lot of chances, but then again, a very experienced striker who's been around the block. It would be better than nothing, but would it be the sort of striker that could get those goals that Arsenal so desperately need? Don't discount this one, Alvaro Morata, before the end of the day. There's a lot of other teams looking at him as well, but Morata, a possibility. And then there's whilst on Juventus, there's the Arthur one. Been chasing this guy all month. It hasn't materialized. Juventus wanted an 18-month loan. Arsenal were not prepared to do that. They only wanted to loan until the end of the season. Then Juventus said, well, listen, we're not even prepared to let him go anyway unless we get somebody in. They bought in Dennis Zakaria. So there's been a lot of talk that, right, this could trigger the movement of Arthur to Arsenal. However, will they let him go now that, you know, they're letting Bentancur go? It looks like he's heading to Tottenham, Rodrigo Bentancur. And they may just decide that, listen, we're going to hang on to Arthur. He is a quality player. So will that happen? Again, there's a possibility that this could happen before the end of the transfer window and he could move to Arsenal. This is one of the movers that we're going to have to keep an eye on today because it's a possibility, and that is Arthur. Another midfielder linked with Arsenal that you never know could be pulled off today is this one. Douglas Luiz of Aston Villa. Mikel Arteta, big admirer of the Brazilian. He hasn't signed a new deal. 18 months, less than 18 months left now on his contract at Aston Villa. Hasn't signed a new deal. Arsenal been interested in him all window. Will they move in to try and get this deal done? Won't be easy because Aston Villa still want to keep him. There's also other clubs after him. I've seen today that Tottenham are interested. It seems to be every player that Arsenal are interested in at the moment, Tottenham are interested in as well. And who else could Arsenal pull off? There's been talk of Ruben Neves. I very much doubt that the Ruben Neves deal is going to come off. Victor Osimhen, as we know, has been linked, the Napoli forward. But again, will Napoli sell him on the last day of the transfer window? I'd be surprised. Listen, you can't be surprised by anything on the transfer deadline day, but I'd be surprised. Jonathan David as well, who's been linked from Lille. A lot of these clubs seemingly preferring to let these guys go in the summer. They don't want to let them go mid-season because they still have got European places to fight for. It's going to be a long day in North London, I'm telling you. And I think Mikel Arteta and Edu are under huge pressure. Speaking to fans, they are not happy at all about this January transfer window. Big focus on Arteta today. They went big for Dusan Vlahovic. It didn't come off. Aubameyang going out the door. Nobody coming in. Lots of outgoings. It's looking grim at the moment, but we have to wait before we pass judgment. The window closes at 11 p.m. tonight. Let's wait and see what happens. Don't forget, all day long here on AFTV, we will be giving you updates on anything happening in the transfer window. Then later on tonight, we're going to go live for the last few hours, about 3 hours of the transfer window. So make sure you keep it locked here on AFTV. Lots of debate around incomings and outgoings. But it's a big day for Arsenal. Can they get something done? I think of all the teams in the Premier League, the top teams, so far we've had a dreadful window. Look at it. January, we haven't won a game. We haven't scored a goal. Our striker in Aubameyang is about to leave. And as it stands, there's no striker coming in. It could be a disaster. However, sometimes when managers are under this amount of pressure, they go out there and they make things happen. Surely they've got something up their sleeve. Let's wait and see what happens. And you'll be able to find out all about it here on AFTV. Thanks for watching. And I want to thank you guys for watching throughout January. The numbers we've had on the shows have been unprecedented, been absolutely brilliant every single day. I really, really want to thank you for following me every day on Transfer Daily. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you for all your brilliant comments as well. You guys are so insightful. So thank you for that. But let's hope we can get something done today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all throughout the day.